Good afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon, Chef.
Chị.
So let's wait the others for a while, okay? Okay, so now shall we start? As it is 12:05, right? Actually 6. So either we have finished everything or unit 2 last week, right? Not last week, actually, last Wednesday, right? So we'll take the Global 8 workbook to make sure you understand all the grammar rules or not. Global English 8 workbook.
Yeah. Page number.
The page number is 10. 10. So are you ready, guys? Are you ready?
I didn't attend a class that day.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yes, you skipped the class on last Wednesday, right?
Yes, dear.
So you can look at the recording again, and if there is something unclear about the exercises, you can ask me again, okay? So check the recording, okay? So the first one, number 1, is solve the crossword. It's all about the vocabulary exercises, right? And I think that is way too easy for you guys. So I want to skip that one. Is that okay? Because just have to fill this crossword by using the vocabulary that we have learned from unit 2. And all the vocabularies are way too easy, like receive, chat, mobile, or signal, or whatever, right? So everything concerned with the e-communication, and there is no new words, I think, right? So let's move to number 2, which is about the prepositions, right? So let's do number 2. Complete the sentences for the correct preposition. So you can use for, into, to, me. You can use for like twice, and from, in, on, at, or with. You can use with for twice. So let's read out the sentence and we'll complete this right away. Okay. So number 1 is, when we are doing a project, we look up. Look up means you search something in the dictionary or in the resources like that, right? So look up is a phrase above. A lot of things blend the internet. So which one will be appropriate for this blank?
On the internet.
On the internet. Yes, correct. We will use on for number 1. On the internet. Yes, not in the internet, right? It's on the internet. And for 2, I don't think it is fair to musicians to download music, blend the internet, blend free. How about this one?
With the internet.
With?
From
the internet. We just downloaded that from the internet, right? So yes, from is more appropriate for number 2. How about the second one of number 2? From the internet?
For free.
For free, yeah. So we'll use for once, okay? So I don't think it's fair to musicians to download music from the internet for free. So that will be the answer for number 2, right? So for number 3 is, can you recommend an app learning to read music? So how about number 3? For, yes, correct. We'll use for number 3. For learning, for plus the ing, right? So for learning to read music, correct. If there is like infinitive, we can use to right here, right? But here there is ing form, so we have to use for. And number 4, I always take my mobile phone blend me when I go out.
With me.
With me, yes. I take my mobile phone with me when I go out, correct. So the last one, it is easy to keep touch friends using Skype and email.
Keep in
touch with.
Yes, there is a collocation, right? Keep in touch. So keep in touch with. Keep in touch with, so that is kind of like collocation, right? So you have contact with your friends by using Skype and email like that, right? So well, you get all the answers to everyone.
Yes.
Yes, okay. So let's move to number 3 then. combine the pair of the sentences using to. Okay, so there are two sentences for each of the statement, right? So you just have to combine the two sentences into one sentence by using to. So for example, I wanted to find out the football score. That is why I turned my computer on. So we can combine the two sentences. The first one is the action, and second one has to be like the purpose for doing that action. So I turn my computer on to find out the football score. So that is the purpose, right? And that is the action. So we have to combine the two sentences by using to. So we'll do 2 up to 5, and after that we'll check the answers together again. Okay. Is that okay, Melody?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yes, dear.
That's okay.
Okay. We need to answer only number 3.
Yes. Have you finished?
Yes, dear. Yes, dear.
So shall we check, guys? And I don't see Alexander and Noah here. I never see Noah in my class. Did he attend the other classes too?
No.
Okay. So it's not only for my class, right? And I don't see Nick about Mian too. Okay, so let's check the answer for number 2. My mom wanted to buy a new mobile phone, and that is why she wanted the town. So how can we combine the two sentences by using to? What is your answer?
My mom went into town to buy a new mobile phone.
Yes, correct. So she wants to tell. So that is the action and that is the purpose, right? Want to buy a new mobile phone. So we have to combine this, the first sentence with to, right? So we can use my mom in the place of she, as we will put this sentence at the front. So yes, my mom wanted to town to buy a new mobile phone. So that is the answer, right? And make it you make about me and you just try right now, right? So we are doing the exercises from Global 8 workbook, and the page number is 11 to me. So take your workbook and turn to page number 11, and we have finished number 3, 2, right?
Teacher, can I do it later, teacher, because I'm outside?
Oh, you're outside. Oh, okay. Okay,
Yes.
so you just listen the lecture like that, right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, great. So for number 3, I wanted to ask you about the math homework, and that is why I phoned you. So how about this one? What is the answer?
I phone you to ask you about the math homework.
Yes. So we can remove that is why, right? So I phone you to ask you about the math homework. That is the answer. So that is quite easy, right? So how about number 4? What is the answer for that?
To
Look at the
the
map to
map.
find the cinema on his phone.
Yes. Actually, you all can give the answer to me, right? It's okay. You don't need to stop when the others are answering, so you can answer together to my question. So yes, it's okay. I look at the map on his phone to find the cinema, correct? And we can remove that is why, right? And the last one, I like to improve my English. That is why I'm going to spend 3 weeks in Sydney. How about that?
I'm going to
I'm going
spend,
to
spend
spend
3 weeks in
weeks in
Sydney to
Sydney
improve
to
my
improve my
English.
Improve
English.
my English.
Correct. It's too easy, right? Okay, so I know that there are some questions that you want to ask me, right? That is too easy. So let's move to number 4. Combine the pair of sentences. Again, you have to combine the 2 sentences with 1 sentence by using to or in order to or not to or in order not to where possible. Otherwise, you can also use so that with could, couldn't, or would, wouldn't. So whatever you can use could or would, right? So number 1 and 2 has been done as example 1. So my mom bought a new laptop. She wanted to make life easier when she was traveling. As we have discussed already, they are the same subject, so we can simply use to, right? To make life easier when she starts traveling. And for the second one, number 2, our teacher gave us practice paper. She wanted us to be ready for the exam. So we have to combine these 2 sentences by using some of the words here. So our teacher gave us practice paper so that we are using so that. As for the second part, we will use as a subject. So we have different subject, right? So to or in order to won't be appropriate for this situation. So we'll use so that. So our teacher gave us practice paper so that we would be ready for the exam, or you can also use we could be ready for the exam. Got it? So we'll answer 3, 4, 5, and 6, and after that we'll check the answers again. So shall we check now? So tell me the answer for number 3. I give my cousin my email address. I want her to send me her birthday, her holiday photo. So do you have to use in order to or so that?
So that.
Yes, so that we have a different subject, right? For the second part, the one who have to send the holiday photo is she, like that, right? So we have different subjects, so we have to use so that. So the answer, what is the answer?
I give my cousin
give
my
my-
email address
Right. So that she will send me her holiday post.
so that she could. I will cook.
Yes, correct. So that she could send me her holiday photos, or you can also use she would send me her holiday photos. Correct. Okay. And how about number 4? I save us some money. I wanted to buy an iPod. So we have the same subject. So we can simply use in order to or to, right? So tell me the answer.
I save up some money in order to buy an iPod.
Yes, to buy or in order to buy an iPod. Correct. And how about number 5? I put my phone on silent. I don't want it to disturb anyone. So we have the same subject again. So tell me the answer.
I put my phone on silent in order not to disturb anyone.
In order not to disturb anyone. Yes, correct. So how about the last one? I took my phone with me. I didn't want to miss your call. So we have the same subject again. So what is the answer?
I took my phone with me so that I wouldn't miss your call.
So that, yes, we can also use so that I wouldn't miss your call. Yes, or not to miss your call or something like that, right? So you can use both in order to or so that for the same subject, right? Okay. So you got all the answers from number 4.
Check. With number
Yes.
5, is it okay to use like so that I wouldn't disrupt anyone? Is it
Yes,
okay
if you
to
have the same subject, it is okay whether you're using in order to or so that you can use both.
Okay.
Correct. Okay, so is there any more question for number 4? No more question. Okay, you're just giving me the expert line. Okay, okay, I can understand. So for the rest of the exercises, I just want to give you guys as homework because I just want to save some time. Is that okay? You got homework. So I want to skip number 1. It is way too easy. So I just want to do the future passive form. Number 3 is a homework. So you can see the school ski trip, the timetable, and all you have to do is you just have to transform all the sentences into passive voices. So number 1 has been, 6:30 activity has been done as an example 1. Like coach takes students and teachers from school to the airport, right? So here, students and teachers, that is the object of the sentence, right? So students and teachers will be taken. So take transformed into will be taken as it is passive form from school to the airport coach. So you just have to transform every sentence into passive voice. So is that okay as a homework?
Yes.
So 3 is a homework, and for number, it is not number 4 actually. Number 1 on page number 14, and it is about I wish if only should have lost by 3 or shouldn't have lost by 3. So I also want to do this one as homework. Write caption for the pictures so you can see the pictures to get the idea. So either you may have different answer, but you are using the same pattern, right? So you can use if only, I should have plus by 3 or shouldn't have plus by 3, or I wish plus have plus by 3, right? So this one is also homework. That is not too much, right? So 3 and number 1 on page 14, and we can check the answer next week. Is that okay? Okay. And for the rest of the exercises, I will skip as they are also easy. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to the course book. So you have 2 homeworks, okay? 2 exercises. So let's move to the course book again. And I heard the summary has finished unit 6, right? And either we skip unit 3 and 4, right? So I
Yes.
will teach you guys Unit 5. Unit 5 is on page number 40. Sports and hobby.
Teacher, page number.
The page number is 40. Then.
Oh, yes, dear.
Let's see. So are you guys ready? Okay, so the title is sports and hobby. So how much do you know about sports? Are you interested in sports?
Yes.
Ah, yes, great. Okay, so Jolie, tell me, what is your favorite sports?
Swimming.
Ah, swimming. So can you swim well?
Yes, I can very well.
It's impressive because I can't swim. I don't know how to swim. Although I like water, I don't know how to swim. I should learn, right? Okay, so how about Melody to me? Is there any favorite sports for you?
Doing yoga, teacher. Sport. No, teacher. In my opinion, I don't like doing sport.
You don't like sports, okay. So you're not interested in any kind of sports, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
I
how
can
about
also swim.
Wenwan? Oh, you can't swim.
Badminton.
Okay. Badminton, play badminton. Can you play well?
Yes, I can.
Wow, that is also impressive. Okay, so how about Tamondami?
I also badminton.
Ah, you also like badminton. Can you play well too?
Yes,
Ah, okay. So how about Megaba? Can you talk to me? As you said, you're outside. Can you talk?
Can you hear me? Hello?
So what is your
No.
favorite sport?
Badminton.
Badminton, the same with them. Okay, so you guys like badminton a lot. Okay, I can play it a little bit, but not as good as you guys. Okay, at least my racket touch with it, that's that way. At least. Okay, so let's look at here, sports for all. So there's some questions that we have to discuss before doing any board exercises. So why do people sport? How do you think? Why do people do sport?
Because it's fun and they do it. Sometimes they do it for the health.
Yes, it's kind of fun, and sometimes yes, it is kind of like healthy, right? Playing sports, yes. So is there any other opinion, guys? Why do people do sport? Or just the same idea with Jolie?
Help. It's like playing sport help to stay in fit, and also like maybe they play for their shape.
Yes, we can get a good shape, right? Yes. And is there any more reason that they do sports?
Because of their hobby.
Because of their hobby, because they like it, right? Yes, because they
Yes.
like it. So is there any other opinion?
for relaxing.
Yes, for relaxing. Sometimes we can release our stress while doing sport, right? While doing the extreme sport, especially, right? So we can release our stress. Yes, correct. So these are the reasons why people do sports, right? And why people do different kinds of sports according to their hobby. So is international sport important? So tell me first, what are the international sports? What are the famous international sports?
Football.
Basketball,
Yes, football, basketball, and
skateboarding,
skateboarding, yes,
swimming.
swimming, yes,
Cycling.
cycling, and you can see here, right? Okay, so why are they important? So the question is international sport important, right? So are they important for the country especially?
If the country specialize in doing that sport, I think it's important for them.
Important, okay. So why it is important then? So through international sports, we can get like interrelation with the other countries, right? So we can be friends with the people from another country like that, right? So we can have interrelation among the countries through the international sports like that. So that is why international sports are really important. You can get friendship, right? From from other country like that, right? So that is why they are really important. Okay. Okay, so let's move to listening. Listen to the commentaries and look at the picture on this page. Which sport is it? Okay, so before doing listening, let's look at what are they. Okay. So the first one, what is that? What kind of sport is that?
Skiing,
Skiing, yes, skiing. And goggles, what is that goggles? Can you see clearly?
like glasses that protect your eyes.
Yes, that's cover or that can protect our eyes from light. For skiing games, it can protect our eyes from the snow like that, right? Or the wind like that. So yes, goggles. So it's kind of like eyewear, right? That can protect our eyes. And how about pole? What is that?
A
You can see
stick
here.
to
Tick.
Yes, a stick to make balance, right? While you're doing skiing, yes. And skis, and you know that one, right? So there is a ski, and there's a pole, and there are goggles, right? So you need all these things if you want to try skiing, right? So how about this one?
ice skating.
Ice
Yes,
skating.
ice skating. It looks difficult, right? So yes, there's ice skating, and there's like ice skates, right? Ice skating. And how about that one?
Boxing.
Boxing.
Boxing. Yes, boxing. And what is ring here?
The place that
Yes, the place or
Place.
the area, right? The area, so they can exit from the area like that. So that is kind of like their area, right? So that is the ring, right? And boxing gloves, so they have to wear the gloves, right? And how about athletics? So we have like different names for according to the country. So in UK they call athletics, and for the US they call track and field, but they represent the same sports, right? So athletics or track and field, whatever. So we can see like running, javelin, or high jump. So how do we call these sports in our language?
披孔别 is that
Yes, 接孔别. Yes, in our language we call 接孔别. In US they call athletics, and in US they call track and field. So we have to try the different kind of sports like javelin or running or high jump, right? So that is yes, 接孔别. How about this one?
Ice hockey.
Yes, ice hockey, right? So there's a slightly different from the hockey, right? Hockey and ice hockey, and there is a puck, right? So they have to hit the puck, right? And that would be like goalkeeper or something like that, right? So that is ice hockey. And how about this one?
Roller skating.
Yes, rollerblading, roller skating, or in other words, we can also say inline skates, right? So that is rollerblading. And so you have to wear the elbow pads, knee pads to protect yourself, right, from falling over. So you don't get hurt, right? And how about this one?
Skateboarding.
Snowboarding.
snowboarding.
No, right?
Snowboard.
That is skateboarding, right? That is skateboarding. So we can see the snow there, right? So that is why that is skateboarding. And sorry, that is snowboarding and that is skateboarding, right? So they have like snowboard, and instead here they have like skateboard, right? And again, they have to use knee pad and elbow pads, right? Protecting from you falling over. So how about this one?
Swimming.
Swimming.
Swimming, yeah, swimming. For swimming, you have to wear cap, right? Cap to protect your hairs, whatever, and you also have to use goggles, right? So to protect your eyes, right, from the flowing water. And how about lane? What is lane? There are the lanes, right? Like kind of like lines there,
Yeah.
right? So that is lane, yes. So the lane, the cap, goggles, and then the swimming. So how about this one? And again, we have like different name for the US and for the UK, right? So in UK, they call horse riding. And for the US, they got horseback riding, right? So that is horse riding. So we can see some of the vocabulary that comes down with horse riding games. So reins, what is that?
Like a seat, like a seat that we put on horse.
Horse. So that is saddle, right?
Oh, really? That's saddle. Oh,
Saddle, right? That is saddle.
Is that a string? Like,
Yeah, it's a like rope or string that we use to control the horse, right? So that is reins. And what Julie is talking about is saddle, right? It's kind of some kind of like a thing that we can sit on the horseback, right? Comfortably. That is saddle, like that, right? So there's rider, reins, and saddle, right? So how do we call saddle in our language? Do you know that? Who has got the idea? How do we call that saddle in our language? Something we have to put on a horseback and can sit on it. 黏狗你, right? Have you ever heard about that? We call it like 黏狗你. You look like you never heard about that. So how about reins? How do we call that in our language? Yes. How do we call that? There is like specific name for that, right?
架步. Is that?
That is way too much, right? Rein is like 塞住, right? 黏塞住, we call 塞住. I think I also have to disregard Myanmar language too, right? From now, I will be teaching two languages, okay? English language and Burmese language too, okay? Okay, so whatever. We know all the things and all the sports here, right? So I think we can do listening now. So you have to hear some of the conversation talking about the sports. So you have to listen to the commentaries and then you can look at the pictures and you have to answer which sports are they talking for. So that there are altogether like 1 up to 10. So for number 1, it has been 10 as an example. So number 1 answer is horse riding. So you have to listen what are they talking about and then you have to name the sport. Okay. So are you guys ready? Okay. So I will play it and try that channel.
Track 10. 1.
Sit down in the saddle and don't hold the reins too tightly. That's good. You'll make a good rider.
2.
I've got my own skates now. They're really comfortable. I can do a figure of 8 without falling over.
3.
Now, when you get into the ring, remember to hold your hands up so that your gloves protect your face.
4.
I've only tried it twice, but I love being in the mountains. I fall over quite a lot, but I don't mind. I'd like to get my own snowboard.
5.
I take my skateboard everywhere. I meet my friends at the park and we have a lot of fun. Most of us wear knee pads. You never know, you might fall.
6.
I always wear elbow pads with my rollerblades. I wear knee pads as well. I hardly ever fall though, but it's better to be safe than sorry.
7.
I train every morning. I go up and down the fast lane. I always wear a cap and goggles. You have to wear a cap at the pool I go to, and goggles protect your eyes.
8.
I rent my skis and poles, but I've got my own goggles. You need them when the sun's bright or when it's snowing.
9.
It's a game of great skill. You use your stick to hit the puck and to carry it as well. You have to be able to skate really well too.
10.
I enjoy running, throwing the javelin, and doing the high jump, but I'm best at running, especially the short distances like the 100 meters.
Did you get all the answers?
Yes.
Or do I need to play again to check your answers? Better, okay. I'll play again then.
Track 10. 1.
Sit down in the saddle and don't hold the reins too tightly. That's good. You'll make a good rider.
2.
I've got my own skates now. They're really comfortable. I can do a figure of 8 without falling over.
3.
Now, when you get into the ring, remember to hold your hands up so that your gloves protect your face.
4.
I've only tried it twice, but I love being in the mountains. I fall over quite a lot, but I don't mind. I'd like to get my own snowboard.
5.
I take my skateboard everywhere. I meet my friends at the park and we have a lot of fun. Most of us wear knee pads. You never know, you might fall.
6.
I always wear elbow pads with my rollerblades. I wear knee pads as well. I hardly ever fall though, but it's better to be safe than sorry.
7.
I train every morning. I go up and down the fast lane. I always wear a cap and goggles. You have to wear a cap at the pool I go to, and goggles protect your eyes.
8.
I rent my skis and poles, but I've got my own goggles. You need them when the sun's bright or when it's snowing.
9.
It's a game of great skill. You use your stick to hit the puck and to carry it as well. You have to be able to skate really well too.
10.
I enjoy running, throwing the javelin, and doing the high jump, but I'm best at running, especially the short distances like the 100 meters.
Okay, so I guess you get the answers, right? So the first one is horse riding, right? So how about the second one? What is that?
Ice skating.
Ice skating.
Ice skating. Yes, correct. So how about number 3?
Boxing.
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 Boxing. Yes, correct. And you heard about the rings and like boxing gloves or something like that, right? So yes, that is boxing. And how about 4?
Snowboarding.
Snowboarding. Yes, correct. So how about number 5?
Skateboarding.
Skateboarding.
Skateboarding. Yes, correct. And how about 6?
Rollerblading.
Rollerblading. Correct. How about 7?
Swimming.
Swimming. Yes. How about 8?
Skiing.
Skiing. Correct. How about 9?
Ice hockey.
Ice hockey.
Ice hockey. Correct. And how about 10?
Track and field.
Athletic. Yes, correct. So you got all our correct answers, right? Okay. And Alexander, you joined just now, right? Why are you late again?
No shit. I joined at like 12:35.
Uh-huh. So you're already late. 12:35. Okay.
Yeah, like 5 minutes.
Right. So we start the class at 12, not 12:30.
Oh, sorry. Wait.
So you are late for like 35 minutes, not only 5 minutes, huh?
Yeah.
You think the class started just only 12:30?
I thought 12:30.
Oh, okay. So you have to be careful that the afternoon class started at 12, okay, not 12:30.
Yeah. Yeah,
What about
after
you,
the
Ollie?
class, I will watch the report.
Okay, make sure. Okay, so we have finished listening. So vocabulary game, and there are games game. So whatever, these are the game about the vocabulary. So we'll play that after doing all of the listening, because there is one more listening on page number 41. So I will skip this for a while, and after we'll come back, okay, to make sure you understand all the vocabulary or not. Okay, so let's move to the next page, which is on page number 41. So there is also listening 11. So you have to do the same exercise, just like listening 10. Okay, so there are also 10 more games, right? 10 more sports. So as usual, before doing listening, we'll talk about the game first. So what is the first sport?
Cricket.
Oh, I mean the first one. Not the end of the
Football.
Football.
football. So in the UK, they call it football, right? But in the US, they have different names. Soccer. So soccer and football, they are the same game, right? So referee, you know who is that, right? Referee. Yes, referee. And goals and goalkeeper. I think you know all these vocabulary here for the football, right? Because you guys are quite familiar with the game of football. So how about golf? The club. So we call this one club, right? To hit the ball. So club, right? And caddy, what is that? What is the meaning of caddy? What do they have to do?
Carry the thing like ball.
Carry the bag, right?
Yes.
The ball, not the ball, the bag. Right? They have to carry the whole bag. So yes, we call that. It's not carry actually, right? Yes, caddy, and there is a cup and golfer and a club, right? And how about this one? Do you familiar with this game?
Yes.
Yes, I think this game is more severe than this football, right? Because they can hit each other, right? So this game is more severe. So in UK, they call American football. So you can touch the ball with your hand, right? And in the US, when they're telling football in the US, they mean this one, not this one. So they have like different names, right? It depends on the country. So when they're talking about football in the US, they mean this one, not this one. Okay, so there is a goalpost, and you have to wear helmet and with this one, because this is, as we said, this is more severe, so you can hit yourself. So yes, they have to wear helmet, right? And how about this one? Do you familiar with this one too?
No.
No, that is rugby. So that is actually, there's also another football game, right? So we call that rugby, right? Rugby. And this one, I think you will get familiar with this one, right? So basketball. So there is a basket. So you have to put your ball into the basket and you will get score, right? And there is a backboard behind it. They need to be tall enough, right? So that is why most of the basketball players are like, they're really tall, right? I like to try this one if I have a chance. Okay, so how about this one? Do you familiar with this one too?
Yes.
Yes, cricket, right? I think this play has been played mostly in India, right? Cricket, yes. So yes, for the cricket, there will be like batsman who has to hit the ball, and there is a bowler who has to throw the ball, right? And there will be like stands, right, behind the bowler, right? So the batsman can hit the stands and they can get score like that, right? So that is cricket game. And how about this one? Do you familiar with this one?
Not really.
Not really, yes. It's baseball, because we don't play in our country much, right? Like cricket and baseball, right? So for the baseball, there will be like batter who have to hit the ball again, and for the pitcher who have to catch the ball and throw the ball, and they have to wear gloves again, right? Because they also have to catch it, right? So, and volleyball. How about this one? Are you familiar with that? Yes, volleyball. And there is a net, right? We call that one a net. And there's also the net for the tennis game. And cycling, which is quite simple. You just have to wear the helmet and you must have a bicycle for the cycling, right? I think it's really good for health, right? And for the tennis game too, you have to hold the rackets and there is a net. So that is tennis game. I think you're quite familiar with this game, right? Okay. So is there any game that you're not clear about? As we just have to listen. So shall we listen now? So again, you have to listen what games are they talking about and you have to write the answer. So the first one has been done. So the first one is cricket. Okay. So I will play now.
Track 11. 1.
That was an amazing ball from Monty Panesar. The batsman missed it altogether and it hit the stumps. So he's out first ball. Incredible!
2.
Murray comes into the net with his racket held high for a smash. Oh no, it's out!
Love 15.
3.
Number 10 has kicked the ball right between the posts. That's an amazing drop kick. That's 3 points to the All Blacks.
4.
The ball has gone high over the net and yes, it's a point for the home team.
5.
He's won the championship for the 3rd time in a row. He's holding the cup in one hand and the club he used for the winning shot. Even the caddy is smiling.
6.
The goalkeeper reaches for the ball and it goes into the top corner of the net. Is it a goal? The referee's blown his whistle. It was a dangerous tackle. So that's a penalty.
7.
The batter's hit the ball. It's gone high. But the pitcher's caught it in his glove. So he's out.
8.
The cornerback has stopped the ball from reaching the goal post, and he's now running up the field with it. He's passed the ball to the quarterback, and now he's taking his helmet off. It looks as if he's got a problem, so there's going to be a substitution.
9.
The ball's hit the backboard and yes, it's another basket for the Spanish team.
10.
It's the Colombian rider in front at the moment, wearing a yellow helmet. He's riding a specially designed titanium bicycle and he's looking really good.
So I will play again to check your answers, okay? Because there are so many ball games there. So I'll play it again to check your answers.
Track 11. 1.
That was an amazing ball from Monty Panesar. The batsman missed it altogether and it hit the stumps. So he's out first ball. Incredible!
2.
Murray comes into the net with his racket held high for a smash. Oh no, it's out!
Love 15.
3.
Number 10 has kicked the ball right between the posts. That's an amazing drop kick. That's 3 points to the All Blacks.
4.
The ball has gone high over the net and yes, it's a point for the home team.
5.
He's won the championship for the 3rd time in a row. He's holding the cup in one hand and the club he used for the winning shot. Even the caddy is smiling.
6.
The goalkeeper reaches for the ball and it goes into the top corner of the net. Is it a goal? The referee's blown his whistle. It was a dangerous tackle. So that's a penalty.
7.
The batter's hit the ball. It's gone high. But the pitcher's caught it in his glove. So he's out.
8.
The cornerback has stopped the ball from reaching the goal post, and he's now running up the field with it. He's passed the ball to the quarterback, and now he's taking his helmet off. It looks as if he's got a problem, so there's going to be a substitution.
9.
The ball's hit the backboard, and yes, it's another basket for the Spanish team.
10.
It's the Colombian rider in front at the moment, wearing a yellow helmet. He's riding a specially designed titanium bicycle and he's looking really good.
Teacher, the lights are out, so I'll be back.
Okay, so we're waiting for you to check the answer. Okay, so shall we check now? So the first one, number 1 is cricket, right? So how about the second one? What is number 2?
Tennis.
Tennis, yes, correct. Tennis. And how about number 3? Rugby.
Rugby.
Yes, correct. Rugby. It's talking about number 10 or something like that, right? Between the goal post. So yes, rugby. And how about number 4?
Baseball.
Volleyball.
Volleyball, baseball. So we had different answers. How about the others?
Volleyball.
Volleyball. Yes, actually it's volleyball, right? It's talking about the net or blah, blah, blah. So, right? So that is, yes, it's volleyball. It's not baseball, right? Because there is no net for the baseball, right? So it's volleyball. So how about 5?
Golf.
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 Golf. Yes, correct. Golf. And how about 6?
Soccer.
Soccer.
Soccer. You mean football,
Football.
right?
Yes.
Yes, soccer or football. Yes, correct. And how about number 7?
Baseball.
Baseball.
Baseball. Yes, correct. And how about 8?
American football.
American football.
Yes, American football for UK and football for the US. Yes, correct. And how about 9?
Basketball.
Basketball. Yes, correct. And how about 10?
Cycling.
Cycling.
Cycling, correct. So did you get all the answers, everyone? Okay. Okay, so we have finished number 4. So we have to go back to number 2 and 3 that we have skipped for the vocabulary exercises. So we'll make sure whether you know all the words about the sports or not. So play the vocabulary game with a partner. So whatever you have to play with me. So vocabulary game. And take it in turns to define and describe a sport player or an item of the sports equipment in the picture on this page. So on these pages, so it means that all the spots on page 41 and all the 40 and all the spots on page 41. So you have to pay attention to all the vocabulary. And after that, I will ask you guys, like, for example, like you need these one, you're riding a horse, you hold them in your hands and then you help you to control the horse. So the answer is the ring. Right? So I will be asking the questions. So you have to give me the answer, the vocabulary. Is that okay? Don't worry, I'll give you some time to look at the vocabulary again. And after that, you have to close your book. And after that, I will ask you guys one by one. Is that okay? So I'll give you like 3 minutes to look at or to revise all the vocabulary. And after that, I will ask you guys one by one, okay? Only one question is enough, right? Okay.
May I go to the toilet?
Yes, you can. So ready to play the game? Are you guys ready?
By the way, I didn't heard about it yet. I've got Power Cat and I didn't heard about number 2.
Number 2?
No. What's the game? I didn't heard of it.
Number 2 means this game, right?
Yeah.
We'll play a vocabulary game. So I'll ask you guys the questions and you have to answer. You have to give the answer to me. So for example, if I want the answer like rings, I'll give the explanation of that thing. And how do we call that? So you have to give the answer to me. So is that okay, Mama?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So shall we play now? Okay. So close your book, guys. Close your book and hold like this. So I can see. Okay. So I will start with our only one gentleman, Alexander. So Alexander, how do we call? Okay, let me look at the book there. Okay, so here is the question. How do we call a black hard thing made of rubber, and we use that little thing in ice hockey game?
Can you reach it?
It's something that is black, which is quite thin, which is made of rubber, and we use that thing in ice hockey game.
Oh,
The flat
I
circular shape.
don't read that. I just read the like sport.
Yes, that is sports, and actually that is vocabulary game. So I can ask any vocabulary from that game, right? So can you think a little bit, because the question is not that difficult.
Like puck.
Yes, park, correct. We call that park, right? So Alexander, can you pick up next one? Just call randomly, wherever it is.
Yeah. Well,
Well, are you ready to?
Yes, but not sure.
Yeah. Okay, so how do we call something we put on a horseback and the rider has to sit on it?
Saddle.
Saddle, yes, correct. Okay. So can you pick up next one for me, Demi?
Tamo. Yes.
Tamo, okay. Tamo. Okay, how do we call something that we have to wear to cover our eyes, whether you are playing like skiing or swimming?
Goggles.
Goggles, yes, correct. Goggles. So can you pick up next one for me?
Julie.
Julie, okay. Okay, Julie. And how do we call someone who have to make sure whether the players are following the rules or not for the football game?
Referee.
Yes, correct, referee. So you can call next one between Migala and
Melody.
Melody. Okay, Melody. Melody. Okay. How do we call? Okay. How do we call a stick that we have to use to keep balance while we are doing skiing? The stick that we can use to balance ourselves while we are doing skiing game.
Let's message.
No. The stick. A stick that we have to hold in our hands to make a balance. While you are doing skiing. Yes, hold. Yes, correct, Demi. So, Megaba, is it okay to answer my question? Can you play the game as you are outside? Okay, I don't think she can play. Okay, so everyone, correct. You can give correct answer to me. So there is no punishment, right? Okay, so let's move to another game. There is also another game about vocabulary game. So that is Kim's game. The name of the game is Kim Games. So look at the picture on this page for 30 seconds. Just only have 30 seconds. And then close your book again. And can you remember all the words associated with each sport? Make a list. For example, I ask you guys, okay, tell me the vocabulary that are associated with a horse riding. You can give me like rider, reins, saddle. So that is Kim game. Kim's games means it's kind of like testing your knowledge. How could you remember about the vocabulary that you have learned? So that is the name the Kim's game. So I'll give you like only 1 minute for both of the page. So this time too, you have to pay attention all the vocabulary that are associated with each particular sport. Right?
Sure.
So yes.
Only that page.
No, page 40 and 41, 2 pages. So whenever I name like pick a game, you have to give me the vocabulary like batsman, bowler, stamps. Can I ask now? Okay, so close your book again, guys. Don't worry, that won't be the individual question. So you all can answer my question, okay? Okay, so tell me the vocabulary that are associated with the sport athletic.
Running,
Running,
javelin,
Yes.
juggling,
Javelin,
high jump.
high jump. Yes, correct. Okay, so this time tell me the vocabulary that are associated with football in UK.
Referee,
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 goalkeeper,
goalkeeper. Yes, correct. And how about cricket?
batsman,
Batsman, yes. And stumps. And there is one more. How do we
Pitcher.
call someone who has to
pitcher,
picture is for baseball game.
bowler,
Bowler, yes. Yeah. Bowler is for the cricket game. So they are quite confusing, right? Yes. So okay, the last game. Tell me the vocabulary that are associated with baseball.
gloves,
Gloves, yes.
pitcher,
Picture,
cap,
yes.
Picture.
Picture, yes. And there is
batter,
one more. Batter, yes. Okay, so got it? It's fine. Okay. So I think you will remember all these vocabulary afterwards, I guess. So I think I can ask the same question next week, right? Ma'am? Okay. So whatever. So we have finished up to listening number 4. So we can use the use of English now. So for use of English, for this unit, it focuses on compound noun, right? So what is compound noun? There is a definition, right? So compound noun is a noun with another noun, or an adjective or a verb before it. So that is compound noun, right? Like ice hockey. So that is a noun, that is a noun. So noun, noun, compound noun. So it can also be noun plus noun, compound noun, or adjective plus noun, compound noun, or above plus noun, compound noun. So if there is more than one word, that is compound noun. We can easily memorize like that, right? So compound noun. So tell me, okay, so whatever, what are the compound nouns here? Ice skating, right? Ice skate, so that is compound noun. Boxing, gloves, right? So that is compound noun, right? Boxing, gloves, and ice hockey, right? Ice plus hockey. And height,
High jump.
yes, height plus jump. So that is also compound noun, right? And snowboarding, roller blading, right? Snowboard, skateboard, horse riding, horseback riding, right? So they all are compound noun, right? Like football and basketball, backboards, right? So they all are compound noun. So can you name the compound noun that you know apart from these words? So is there any other words that you know about the compound noun? There's so many words out there, right? That are compound noun. We have finished our lunch time, right? Just right now. Lunch time, that is compound noun. That is quite simple, right? Lunch time, lunch plus time, lunch time. So that is compound noun. So is there any other words that you know about compound noun?
Airport.
Airport, yes, correct. Airport.
Armchair.
Armchair, yes.
Seafood.
Yes, seafood. Correct. And is there any more compound noun?
Seashore.
Yes, correct. And is there any more?
Airline.
Airline, yes. Is there any more?
Password.
Yes, passport, correct.
Skyscraper.
Yes, skyscraper, correct.
Afternoon.
Yeah, afternoon. Yes, we can say that is compound noun, afternoon.
Friendship.
Friendship. Actually, friendship, I have to talk about that later. Friendship, actually, friendship is not a compound noun. It's surfaces, prefixes, surfaces. I will tell you guys later about that. Okay, so there is another word term that is not compound noun.
Become.
What is that? Become?
Yeah, become.
P-C-O-M-E, right?
Yes.
That is the original word. That is become. So it is not. You mean that is a combination between be and come like that, right? No, that is the original word is become. So compound noun means both of them have the meaning. Like ice hockey, ice has its original meaning, and hockey has its original meaning, and they combine to each other to become the new words or something like that, like air conditioning, washing machine, like that, right? So they all are like compound noun, right? Living room, right? Dining room. So they all are compound noun, right? Lunchtime, like that, right?
Yes, so
Okay.
can I use free book?
Yes, of course, Facebook. That is compound noun, face and book, like that, right? And this can create a new words like that, right? So it says that there are different kinds of compound nouns. So that can be the between noun and another noun. So noun plus noun, right? There is like noun plus noun, compound noun. So tell me the examples of the noun plus noun compound noun. Lunchtime, is that a noun plus noun compound noun? Yes. Now, lunch is noun and time is also noun. So noun, noun, compound noun, right? And is there any other word that you know that noun plus noun pattern compound noun? How about boyfriend, girlfriend? That is way too easy, right? Boyfriend, girlfriend, right? So that is also noun plus noun compound noun, right? And classroom, the class and the room, right? So classroom. So that is also noun, noun, compound noun, right? And notebook, notebook, Facebook, textbook, course book, right? Walk, actually workbook is not, yes, we can see that walk can also be used as a noun, right? So walk book, course book, notebook, exercise book, right? So they all are compound noun. Noun plus noun compound noun. So is that clear? Yes. So how about adjective plus noun? This time adjective. Sorry for the handwriting, okay? Because I have to write with a mouse. Adjective plus noun. How about this one? Like the one right here. High jump. So high is an adjective, right? And jump is a noun. High jump. So when we combine each other, we can a new word is produced like high jump, right? So just like that. So is there any words that you know about the compound noun, which is the combination between an adjective and a noun?
Beautiful girl.
Beautiful girl. Actually, it's not compound noun, right? So that is a kind of noun phrase. A beautiful girl. So that is noun. We call it noun phrase, right? Not compound noun.
Native speaker.
Native speaker. Native is an adjective. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. So let's check. Native. Can we use as an adjective? Yes, we can also use as an adjective. So yes, native speaker can be, yes, adjective plus noun, compound noun, yes. Smartphone, right? So that is now adjective, noun, compound noun, right? So smartphone, software, hardware, right? Greenhouse effect, right? Greenhouse, and
New plus generation.
New plus generation, new generation, right? So I think new generation is also a noun phrase. It is not compound noun. Compound noun means they have to combine. Yes, Julie, what is that?
Soft music.
Soft, yes, we can say that. Soft music.
Nice time.
Nice time. Yes, actually you're talking about the collocations. You guys are talking about the like soft music, nice time. So actually they are like collocations or noun phrase. So compound noun ဆိုတာလေဘယ်လိုမျိုးလဲဆိုတော့အဲ့ဒီနှလုံးပေါင်းချလိုက်လို့ရှိရင် you meaning ထွက်သွားတာမျိုးပြောတာ။ဆိုတော့ခုနက beautiful girl တို့ soft music တို့အဲ့လိုမျိုးဟာတွေကြာ meaning မပြောင်းသွားအောင်ပေါ့နော်။အဲ့တော့အဲ့ကောင်မျိုးကြာ noun phrase ဆိုပြော adjective နဲ့ noun နဲ့ပေါင်းထားတဲ့ကောင်နှစ်ခုလုံးမှာတွဲပြီးတော့ noun တွေယူထားဆိုအဲ့ကောင်မျိုးကြာ noun phrase လို့ခေါ်တာ။ဒီလိုမျိုးပေါင်းထားတာကြာတော့ခုနကဆို high jump ဆိုတာမြင့်သောခုန်တယ်မြင့်သောခုန်ဒါပေမဲ့နှစ်ခုပေါင်းပြီးတော့ဘာသာပြန်ချလိုက်လို့ရှိရင်အဲ့ကောင်အမြင့်ခုန်ဖြစ်သွားတယ်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့လိုမျိုးအဓိပ္ပာယ်ပြောင်းသွားတဲ့ကောင်မျိုးဆိုတော့ compound noun လို့ခေါ်တာဆိုတော့ခုနကတစ်ချက်ပြောသွားသလိုမျိုး like smartphone smart ဆို smart ဖြစ်တယ်တော်ရဲဆိုတဲ့အဓိပ္ပာယ် right phone ကတိုင်း phone က smartphone ကြောင့်ကျွန်တော်တို့မျိုး phone ကိုခေါ်တာ smartphone ဖြစ်သွားအောင်ဆို meaning ပြောင်းသွားတယ် right software hardware meaning ပြောင်းသွားတယ် right and like homesick right? So there is now an adjective like this, homesick. Homesick ဆိုအိမ်ချားရဲဆိုတာဒီလိုပဲねအိမ်လွမ်းတာကြာရဲဆိုတာဒီလိုပဲ meaning ပြောင်းသွားတဲ့ကောင်မျိုးဆိုတော့ compound noun လို့ခေါ်တာ Got it?
Homesick.
Yes, homesick like that, right? So homesick like full on highway, right? they all are like whiteboard, blackboard, so they all are compound noun, which has the combination between adjective and noun. So is that clear? အဲ့ဆိုရင်ဒီဘက်ဆို noun phrase collocation နဲ့ဒီဘက်က compound noun နဲ့ရှင်းမှာမသိဘူးရှင်
Yes.
အဲ့တော့အလွယ်မှတ်မယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ညီမတို့ရှင်းရမယ်နော်အလွယ်မှတ်မယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင် compound noun တွေဆိုတော့မြန်မာမှာလည်းရှိရဟုတ်နော်မြန်မာကျောင်းကလာတဲ့ဒီပါလာရင်ဒီမှာအစစစမေးလို့ရတယ်အဲ့တော့ noun ထဲမှာဆိုတော့ noun ဆိုတော့ noun အနေနဲ့သင်ခဲ့တာမြန်မာတရားမှာဟုတ်နော်မြန်မာတရားမှာ noun အနေနဲ့သင်ခဲ့တယ် compound noun ကိုလည်းဆိုတော့မြန်မာတရားထဲမှာပါတယ်ဘယ်လိုသင်ခဲ့လဲမှတ်မိလား
ပေါင်းဆက်နဲ့
ဟမ်
ပေါင်းဆက်
ပေါင်း
နဲ့
ဆက်နဲ့မှန်တယ်သမီးပေါင်းဆက်နဲ့အဲ့တော့ပေါင်းဆက်နဲ့မှာလည်းကျတော့မြန်မာမှာလည်းအဲ့လိုမျိုးရှိရဟုတ်နော်နန်နဲ့နန်နဲ့ပေါင်းထားတဲ့ကောင်ရှိရနောက်ပြီးကြတော့ adjective ကြတော့မြန်မာလိုကြတော့နံပါတ်ဝိသေသနာလို့ခေါ်တာနံပါတ်ဝိသေသနာနဲ့ noun နဲ့ပေါင်းနံပါတ်ဝိသေသနာနန်နဲ့ပေါင်းထားတဲ့ပေါင်းဆက်နဲ့ရှိရဟုတ်နော်နောက်ပြီးကြတော့ဆိုတော့ verb ကရိယာနဲ့နန်နဲ့ပေါင်းထားတဲ့ပေါင်းဆက်နဲ့ရှိရအဲ့တော့ကျတော့ format လေးရလေမြန်မာနဲ့ English ကနည်းနည်းတူတယ်အဲ့တော့နန်နဲ့ပေါင်းထားတာ yes သမီး
ကရိယာဆိုတာလေ
talk လေသမီး Seriously? I think I have to teach you guys Myanmar language too, right? So Myanmar grammar လည်းတင်မယ် sorry Myanmar တရားလည်းတင်မယ် and then English grammar လည်းတင်မယ်
ဆရာမမြန်မာမှာပြန်ထပ်တယ်ပြီ
အဲ့တော့မဟုတ်ချက်တွဲမဲ့ရင်လွယ်လို့ပြောလိုက်ခါမှတွဲမဲ့ဖို့မြန်မာစာမကြည့်ခဲ့ဘူးဆိုတော့တွဲမှတ်တာပိုစင်ပြီးမယ်အဲ့တော့ဆိုမြန်မာတရားကြည်ထားလို့ရှိရင် English စာကိုပြန်ပြောင်းဖို့က it's quite easy อ่ะမြန်မာလိုသဘောတရားနားလည်ပြီးသားဆိုတော့ English ကိုပြန်ပြောင်းထားလိုက်ပါမယ်အဲ့တော့ noun ကဘယ်လိုလဲဆိုတော့ noun ဆိုနန်နဲ့ဆိုတော့နန်နဲ့ပြန်ပေါင်းထားတာပေါ့မြန်မာမှာဆိုဘယ်လို words မျိုးလဲဆိုတော့ဟာပါတော့ pan ဆိုတာလည်းနာမည်ကျတော့နော် pan ဆိုတာနာမည် o ဆိုတာနာမည်အဲ့တော့ pan နဲ့ o နဲ့ကိုပေါင်းချလိုက်ဆိုတော့ pan o ဖြစ်သွားတယ်အတိတ်ပဲနောက်တစ်ခုဆက်ပါတယ်ဒီရိုး o မဟုတ်ဆိုတော့ pan ထည့်တဲ့ o ဖြစ်သွားတယ်ဆိုရင် pan ဆိုင်တဲ့ o ဖြစ်သွားတယ် pan o အဲ့ကောင်ဆိုတော့ပေါင်းဆက်နာလို့ပြောတာအဲ့လိုသဘောတရားမျိုးပဲအဲ့တော့ adjective နဲ့ပေါင်းထားတာလည်းရှိတယ်ဆိုတော့မိမလှလို့သုံးလိုက်တယ်ဆိုမိမလှဆိုရင်လှပတော့မိန်းကလေးကိုပြောချင်တာအဲ့တော့မိမလှလို့သုံးလိုက်တယ်လှပတော့မိန်းကလေးလို့မပြောနဲ့မိမလှလို့ပြီးလိုက်တဲ့အခါမှာဆိုတော့မိမကလှတာကပုံကြီးပြတဲ့ adjective ပေါင်းဝိသေသနာဆိုလို့ရှိရင်အဲ့မိမလှလေးဆိုပေါင်းဆက်နေအဲ့ပေါင်းဆက်နေမှာဆို adjective နဲ့ပေါင်းနေပါနော်အဲ့တောက်ရည်ဆိုလို့မြန်မာလိုရှင်းမရှက်ကုန်လားမသိဘူးတောက်ရည်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့အဲ့ကောင်လေး verb နဲ့ noun နဲ့ပေါင်းထားတာတောက်တီဆိုရဲ verb နဲ့နော်ရေဆိုရဲ noun နဲ့ water နဲ့ပေါင်းထားတာတောက်ရည်ဆိုရင်လည်းအဲ့ကောင် noun ပဲဒါပေမဲ့အဲ့ကောင်ခွဲထားလို့ရှိရင်အဲ့ကောင် ကရိယာခုနဂျိုလီနဲ့ကရိယာ verb နဲ့ noun နဲ့ပေါင်းထားတာမြန်မာမှာလည်းအဲ့ pattern တိုင်းမျိုးရှိတယ်အဲ့မြန်မာ pattern မသိရင်တော့အင်္ဂလိပ်လိုပဲမှတ်လိုက်ပါတော့မထူတော့ပါဘူးเนาะဆက်ထပ်ပြီးတော့မှ compound noun လေးနဲ့ထပ်ရှင်းပေးနေတာဆိုရင် example words လေးနဲ့နော်အဲ့ဒီနေ့တနားခွဲသွားဆိုတော့နောက်တစ်ချိန်နဲ့တက်အောင်မယ်ဆိုဒီမှာလည်းရှင်းပေးလိုက်ပါမယ်နော် So is there any more question for today's lessons? No more. But I have to give you more information about this compound now, right? Next time. Okay. So I'm gonna stop right here for today. So bye guys. We'll see you next week again.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.